Okay, yeah, I'm really bad at this. What's up? What's up? What's up? I gotta figure this out. This happens every show for me. The choppiness, and then all of a sudden I'm just on screen and I don't know what's going on. But anyway, if you know who I am, I'm Pluggo. I'm Lawrence. It's the Brunch Gimmick. It's Sunday. Pluggo takeover with Lawrence. We're running the show today. What's up, Lawrence?
Yeah, so I'm doing great. So Pluggo went hog wild. He is so famous now. He has decided, no, I'm controlling Brunch Gimmick. Every show goes through me now. And he's actually charging me cameo prices.
Yeah, I was gonna say, listen, my fee needs to be in the PayPal before we hit the 10-minute mark, or we're shutting the stream down, Spencer. No, yeah, I went to a little show this weekend called Warrior Wrestling on Friday. That was dope.
Yeah, that looked like a really good time.
It was a good time. But no, I assume that's not what you want to talk about, Lawrence. I would assume.
I've got nothing else.
Nothing else but the Warrior.
I don't think, just Warrior Wrestling.
It was a good time. That was a fun show. Brian Keith and Santana absolutely slayed. But yeah, this isn't going to be your normal Brunch Gimmick format. Lawrence is live on location at Casa de Mama. Lawrence's house, my
mom's place in Saint Laurent, Quebec. It's still Montreal. It's just like outside of Montreal.
Because if I'm not mistaken, if I'm seeing this correctly, and Boris just emailed me or DM'd me and said Happy Canadian Thanksgiving. So the Canadian Thanksgiving is today.
Yeah, some people do it today, some people do it tomorrow.
But what's the official holiday? Like today is the official day, or is it? What's that?
Like, honestly, it's not really that big of a holiday here. It's not nearly as big as the States. Like, a lot of people don't even have a day off. Like, the stores aren't closed for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I kind of talked about that yesterday with Blair on For Exposure. I was like, yeah, we go crazy next month for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is like my Super Bowl.
Yeah, like, it's honestly bled over to Canada because now we have straight up started doing Black Friday sales here instead of like just the Boxing Day sales that we usually have in Canada.
Noob TV, what's good, brother? We're just hanging out. We're doing good. We're doing good, man. Talking Canadian Thanksgiving. Yeah, I like to eat. It's my favorite holiday to eat. We started Black Friday sales at my shoot job last week because basically they learned that if you do it over an extended period of time instead of one big night, it actually works out better. So
yeah,
we're getting in a swing of things. I'm still waiting on that check to clear.
Yeah, it's coming. My mom did make a delicious apple cake too.
Ooh,
with a homemade caramel sauce.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, let's just dive into it. Fastlane last night. Did you watch?
Yeah, I did. I watched it this morning because I went to the IWS No Ring show last night.
Nice.
That was a lot of fun.
I bet that was. How did Big Ben Ortmans do? Did he wrestle with that one?
He wasn't there, but the Kawaii kids from Crossbody Pro Wrestling were there.
Oh, nice. I plan on putting that on my docket today because I was at Fastlane last night. So
yeah,
it was kind of a busy day for old Pluggo and Mrs. Pluggo. I took her to her first wrestling event.
Yes, how'd she enjoy it?
Okay, so do we want to set this? Okay, so for those that don't know, I went as a member of the media on behalf of Love Wrestling. So, and I thought I got 2 tickets. We got Omar in the house saying, "What's good at Love Wrestling?" You're good, Omar. You're a good friend. So we went down yesterday. It's about 2.5 hours from the house, but I said, let's go. Oh, and Pluggo is the GOAT. You're too kind. Lawrence is really the GOAT. I'm nothing without Lawrence and his legal expertise. I legally was obligated. John Cena had to answer my question yesterday.
Yeah. I threatened him with
house of screaming children for Thanksgiving. Send help. Dude, I wake up with a house of screaming children every day. Like, it's Thanksgiving every day at Pluggo's house. And then Bryce is out saying, I'm not sure if I'm worthy of being in Pluggo's presence with such a celebrity. I'm not a celebrity, guys. It was wild, though, to see that. Morning, guys. Morning, boss. We're going to keep it classy today.
First, it was Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Now it's John Cena and Pluggo.
John Cena, Pluggo at LA Night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
sweeping the internet.
I'm just glad I'm on like the everybody's very positive side of the internet today, opposed to the other side of it. Cause I was there for that. But so I took Mrs. Pluggo. We went down early and I took her to some bookstores. You know, I was like, honey, we'll go buy some books. I found a book at the bookstore, The Rock, the old Rock book. I bought it, his old biography. I'll put it on the shelf later. But anyway, so we get down there, you're scoping out the situation. It's right downtown. It's a wonderful spot. We get something to eat, and then we got to get in line to get into the venue. And during this fracas, right, it's just a sea of like wrestling fans. And, you know us. We are who we are. We're a group of interesting people. And they're all yelling, and they're wooing. And she's like, what is going on? Like, what is with these people? Like, well, I said, honey, all you do, if you yell out the phrase, 20 people are going to yell it back. Like, that's just what we do. We got each other's backs here in the wrestling world. So she's not really, she's kind of like feeling it out. Then we get inside and like, we walk up to our seats, which were fantastic seats. And she goes, are you sure? Like, these are yours? And I was like, yeah, they're definitely mine. So she's trying to wrap her head around that part of it. She's like, no way. There's no way this is real. And I was like, yeah, no, this is what's up. And then, she was into it, man. She got hooked from the beginning. She's wooing. She's yelling, yeah. She's dancing. She's chanting Finn Balor hot pants. She really liked Bobby Lashley sparkles. During the women's match, she like wouldn't talk to me because she was so laser focused on it because that match absolutely ruled.
Oh yeah.
So like I think she's a fan now.
That's awesome. Yeah, that was a fun card. Like, I was looking through some of your pictures. Like, you two look like you're having a great time.
She was having
Indianapolis.
Yeah, we were having a good time. We Mrs. Pluggo has been converted to full-fledged fandom, huh? I don't know about full-fledged, Mike, but I can tell you, I asked her at the end of the night. See, now do you get it? She's like, yeah, I get it. Because I do subject her to some pretty interesting professional wrestling.
Yeah.
At times. She still gives me grief for watching that GCW Backyard 4th of July show.
Oh, those shows rule.
Those shows, they rule to us, but to an outsider, they're like, what is this? And that was the one thing that stood out to her as a first timer was we got there and she's like, this is intense. And I was like, yeah, this ain't no backyard wrestling, honey. This is like this is the real deal. John Cena ain't showing up to wrestles, some bingo hall. No offense to anybody that does that. I'm just saying it's John Cena. He ain't doing it. But I will say overall, like I was there, so I had a different perspective in terms of like, I didn't know how things played off of TV. But I thought it was a fun time. I thought the card, I know a lot of people were anti this card, thinking it was, it's just another episode of Raw. Like, it wasn't a great card, but it ended up being a really fun night. And I think all the matches really hit. I like that there was only 5 matches or so they all got time. There wasn't any like a lot of filler. Jade was there. I would have loved to have seen Jade. Carlito's back, dude. Like, come on.
That was awesome.
Like, what a night. McAfee showed up. I went nuts when McAfee showed up.
Oh, yeah. Dude came from Texas, flew private all the way to Indianapolis to get there in time.
Oh, look at Mikey saying F this. He's bailing on Thanksgiving. Hopping to give you 5. We'll call that the Pluggo effect. No, I'm just kidding. This is I had to put that up. No. So yeah, it was so at the end of the show, the Rollins Nakamura match, where they finished, where he did that spot through the, I don't think there's like the crash, it was like a crash pad, but it looked like when they set it up at like the table.
The press side.
You could see me kind of, but Mrs. Pluggo is in all red and she's just like, ah! Like you see her on the screen and people are texting her going, is that you on TV? Like she's loving up. I'm sitting, dude, she's having a blast. I'm sitting next to this like group of fans because like my media seat was like, there was a bar dividing the next section over a fan. So I'm just sitting next to this like teenage kid who's just like losing his mind and having like the time of his life. And his mother is just loving it too. And I'm like, this is where I am. These are my people.
Yeah.
This is Pluggo says, hi, you are welcome to come down here and say something. People want to know. They're more interested in you. Fun fact. She wore a Nikki Bella t-shirt. And we ended up front row of that press conference.
Oh.
She had to like she didn't have to. Nobody made her do it.
Yeah.
Oh, Jet. Mustache Mike in the house.
Oh,
yeah.
Sexy.
So nobody made her do it. She just was like, oh shit, John Cena's probably going to see that.
she honestly, she should have just glared at John Cena the whole time.
I told her
oh, did
we
you
know
win your match, John?
Yeah,
but you didn't win with Nikki's heart. Son of a bitch! Just knock over.
Oh man, I have the most glorious bedhead right now,
dude. You are looking like $1 million, Mike. What is good?
I rolled out of bed this morning and I was like, what are the sounds that I'm hearing in my hallway? And then I realized, yes, it is our Thanksgiving dinner today. So
you can tell them. She's standing here like, did you tell him this? Did you tell him that?
Tell us, Mrs. Pluggo.
Yeah, Mrs. Pluggo, the people want to know. They want to know. Come on in. Come on in. There's the world famous Mrs. P.
Hi, Mrs. Pluggo.
Mrs. Pluggo.
All right, ask your questions, guys. While we've got her, I'll tell you.
How'd you enjoy the show?
How did you enjoy the show?
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. I was really nervous, but like everyone was just so awesome. Like wrestling fans are the best. It was just so much fun. And even though I didn't know most of them or what was going on, it was a vibe. It was a vibe. I loved it.
Online wrestling fans give in-person wrestling fans a bad name.
Yeah, online wrestling fans, yeah.
There's in-person wrestling fans at shows. The nicest people.
Okay. He's saying in person. Oh, you can hear it? Okay, good. A little bit, yeah. That's what I was saying. We were around a really good group of people. Like everybody was very chill, very cool. Like nobody was like crazy. There was one old guy that was kind of weird, but you know, you have that. So it is what it is. So are we gonna go to another one?
Oh yeah.
She said, "Oh yeah."
Yes.
She's back. She's in, folks. She's in.
There you go. See, the first show is free.
Yeah. Heck of a time for her first show, guys. That's what I was saying. She got
and there was booze, so
and there was booze.
That's a plus.
Yeah. First show is free. That's how they get you.
Yeah.
You just got it. What else you got?
Who, me?
Yeah, you're the star of the show.
I don't know.
Hot pants? Talk about hot pants.
Yeah.
That's on Finn
Balor.
I
love judging everybody's like outfits and like their getup. So Finn was wearing some really interesting pants. So was Bobby Lashley. So that's what I was shouting out to the crowd.
She was actively drooling over Finn Balor and Bobby Lashley. I'm sitting right there. What's up with that, guys? Come on.
I mean, in all fairness,
You don't-
you were too. You were definitely drooling over Bobby Lashley.
This is
Yeah,
true.
you don't drool over Bobby Lashley
I
and
do.
Finn Balor. What kind of fan are you, Pluggo?
They are two handsome
Jeez.
men. But also, I liked how all three of them like had the black and
Matching
gold.
gear, yeah.
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 That was some nice gear.
It
Also,
was
Jade
cool.
Cargill getting out of her car in full gear.
And doing nothing was
Yeah.
interesting. Interesting move. Like,
Yeah.
hey, come in your wrestling gear and then just shake my hand and that's it. I thought for sure that she was going to be in the crowd and they were going to be like, they do with the NXT signings, like they would have panned to the crowd and like, had her at least sitting there for a minute, but they did not. So
She ain't no NXT signing.
no, but they do that at NXT. I would have liked them to do like she's at Fastlane, she's obviously there. Have her sit in the crowd and after the women's match, just watching it or something. That would have been a cool statement. That's the only thing I would have liked to see.
I don't know. It feels more. It feels like there's more prestige to like showing her shaking hands with the
Say
big
bye.
boss.
Bye, guys.
Hi, Mrs. Pluggo.
Just gonna make sure the kids don't burn the house down.
Fair.
I mean, you do give them matches. And you
Yes, yeah, I gave them to him. Yeah. I was like, hey, Dad's down here lighting fireworks off. It's hard to tell him no. But I did. I mean, again, I didn't. I tried to watch a little bit of it this morning. I got in super late, so I didn't sit and watch it all. But I didn't know how it played on TV. But I thought overall it was a really cool night. Like it was, like I said, the seats were great. The show was great. Shinsuke and Finn absolutely slayed. In my opinion, I thought Cena and LA Knight versus Bloodline was good too. Like I didn't have a bad time with any of the matches.
Like for you live there, which one did you feel Shinsuke was the match of the night?
Well, actually, if I'm being completely honest, the Judgment Day Cody Rhodes Jey Uso match, like right off the gate, was like we were all because you're at a fever pitch. And you're all hopped up in that match rule. But no, I think Shinsuke and Finn would have been a match of the night. I did have a little tough time seeing some of the spots live. Like, I mean, obviously I've got the camera up there, the arena camera, but like it was tough when they're like right in front of me to like see what's going on and stuff because they were blocked by a bunch of people. So I'm going to watch it back in its entirety. But like he kept teasing the damn ladder spot that couple of times. And I've got the camera ready and I'm like, it's going to be a great shot. Oh, and then LA Knight is hilarious, but she must not have heard when I said, but before, if you didn't hear me, Mike, before the show started, all the fans yelling, yeah. She's like, why do they keep yelling, yeah? And now she's a huge fan.
It's wrestling fans. It's the same first time AEW came to Canada when they were in Toronto last year. After the show, everyone for like half an hour was walking around outside the venue just doing "Oh Scissor Me Daddy" chants, like the Seven Nation Army chant to that, right? And it like for a solid half hour after the show, while everyone was just like hanging out outside of the arena meeting their internet friends and stuff.
And if you're not a part of it, you have no idea what's going on.
Like after the house show I went with Zach a few months ago, like LA Knight wasn't even on the show. And like as we're walking out, people kept going like, whose game is it? LA Knight. Yeah.
Yep. They chant, they were doing LA Knight. The last time I even went to see AEW, there were people doing LA Knight chants outside. And I was like, yeah, this man is.
That's what I mean. Wrestling fans, like you said, wrestling fans in person. We all love all of it. On the internet, we're like, we hate this.
All the one. Yeah, that's the thing. All the one wrestling fans on. Wrestling. Did I come back to Brunch to give a controversial take here? Perhaps, but I would say that most of the people who do like the 99% of their discourse about wrestling is all done online. They don't have like outside of the internet like people to talk to and be like, let's just like everything and go do
Right.
stuff together, guys. Like, let's have some fun. It's like just touch more grass. The people in the real world are just like chill.
Yeah, and I was sitting next to that kid, and he was a huge Bloodline guy, and he was loving that, and I was like, those guys suck, but I was like, it's all in good fun, my man.
Mhm.
Like even in person, I like to err on the side of be a part of the show. So if the heel's a heel, let's boo them. If they're a face, let's cheer them. I was cheering for Charlotte Flair though, just because everybody wasn't. And it's like, she's so good. What's wrong with all of you?
Just yelling mother at her the whole time.
Yeah, like, but no, man, the show itself was quite an experience. Super easy, by the way. Like, shout out to the WWE communications and like media team for like making that like a very easy thing to do. They were like, here's this, show up here. They gave me like not an itinerary, just more of like, here's what to look out for, here's what you need to do. Very cool stuff. So then, like, I don't know if you want to talk more about the show, we can, or do you want to talk about the other stuff?
No, we can still talk more about the show.
Yeah, what else you got about the show? Please give me more. It was hard to catch the vibe in terms of like how it played on TV for me.
Like I would say the crowd was like a little dead at certain points. At least it sounded like
after that Cody Rhodes moment, after the Cody Rhodes and Jay win. Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, but like other than that, it was a very like the shows went by smoothly. Like it wasn't like a outstanding card, but like it was a fun show throughout. Like I enjoyed myself watching the match this morning. It was a good time. Like how was it like in your first press conference? Like you asked a question to Cody Rhodes too.
No, I did not ask a question to Cody Rhodes. I kind of did. Well, I was gonna say, so like, yeah, the show itself, like so they actually like they send you an email. It was kind of weird. Like they send an email like, hey, you're part of the press. Go to this area as soon as Seth hit the 1, 2, 3. They're like, as soon as the match concludes, get over here as quick as you can. So he's actually still celebrating. This was wild to me. He's celebrating like right here. And I'm walking right past him as going to a press conference. Like it was the most surreal thing. And like the funniest part was, so I'm walking back there, me and Mrs. Pluggo. I show the guy at the gate, like, this is the email I got. And he's like, oh yeah, you're good. Go through. Some lady walks up to me and goes, who are you with?
Your mama.
And at that point I was like, oh shit, this is all just some big ruse. Some big prank. I'm not actually going to get into this press conference. This was just me talking shit all week.
Love wrestling just a front for drugs, and this is how you found out.
Yeah.
Well, because like Mrs. Pluggo's in her, Miss Nikki Bella shirt. I'm hanging out in my Between Two Beards hoodie, like just having a good time. And then like, I don't know how it is. Mrs. Pluggo's saying the first match was so good, lost my energy, and Pluggo noticed. Then there just wasn't much hype after that. Well, I think she was going crazy at the beginning. She went crazy for a couple of spots, but yeah, that first match really blew the waters out. But yeah, so like the lady looks at me and she's like, "Who are you with?" And I was like, "We're with Love Wrestling. I'm the shoot name is John. For those that don't know, I was like, I'm John with Love Wrestling." And she's like, "Okay." I thought for sure she's like, "There ain't no way this guy's part of this shit."
Yeah.
So then we get to the room. It's weird. Like we get to the room for the press conference, and like, so I'm gonna play cool, right? Like I've never been here. I kind of want to see how it goes. I'm just gonna chill. And they're like, please sit right here. The front row, right dead center. They're like, yeah, we're trying to fill that in. Go right there, please. Okay. What? So like, if I'm Pluggo, this is Byron Saxton. I'm like, hey, dude. Hi. Like, so you see my big goofy ass on the pre-show. Well, so then, we're in the thing, and Cena and LA Knight come out first. And so of course I'm just playing it cool again. I've never done this. I'm just one of those you're happy to be there moments, right? and like somebody asked a question and then nobody raised their hand after that question. And then John goes like, so is anybody, and I just went, sure. Like I'll fire something out there. So it's not dead silent, and asked them if they wanted to have a tag title match. And they gave me their answer. And I was like, holy crap. I was like shaking, I almost shit my pants. I should stop cursing on the stream, but I was like, my heart was beating because I was like, hopefully I didn't butcher this. But it was a fun little experience. Like, it's cool to see how the production team did it. And then the Cody Yeet thing. I couldn't get a question in because I'm in the front row dead center. So I didn't want to be obnoxious and like throw my hands up to get a question. Because everybody was very kind of like, hey, I'll take a question. And then they walk a mic to you and then you ask your question, you give the mic back, and then they go to the next person. So I didn't want to be like turning around the whole time, be like, hey, I'm plugging with Love Wrestling. Don't care what that lady said. I'm supposed to be here.
I am Megastar Pluggo.
Nerd. And I mean, no disrespect to anybody. And they even said it. I think Cody or somebody even said it in the presser. Like the last question is supposed to be something light. And everybody was firing off some pretty like substantial questions at him. And I was just like, give me the mic. I just want the mic so I can ask him. So I just like, right as the music ended, I said, Cody, give us a yeet. And he goes, huh? I go, give us a yeet. And he goes, okay. And he like, then he does it. And I'm like, oh shit. So that's my contribution to the WWE universe, that yeet gift that is rolling around the internet today. You're welcome. Because he didn't say it once until that moment.
Thank you.
So if I'm never invited back to a WWE press conference, just know that I've already achieved so much. I'm humble. That's my moment. I couldn't believe he did it. Jay, I don't know how. Did you guys watch the whole presser? Did you watch the Jay and Cody stuff?
Yeah, I watched. I've seen like bits and pieces of it. I watched. You were talking earlier about wrestling shows that you've subjected Mrs. Pluggo to that makes her go, "What the fuck?" And I watched GCW, The Art of War Games last night.
Oh, so. That's on the docket today too. I gotta catch up.
Oh, buddy.
I didn't watch anything last night because I was traveling the whole time. But like I saw a couple things and I'm like, oh boy, I know what I'm getting.
There was one spot in that War Games match where I was like, oh, I saw a man die tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like literally, I was like, oh, that looked horrible.
Booked a murder.
Yeah.
I think he might be really, really, really fucked up.
Do I contact the lawyer? Am I accomplice to this?
But then, but no. So I've seen pictures of him backstage walking around and stuff. So I'm like, oh, Cyclope's alive, thank God.
Oh, not my guy Cyclope. I love Cyclope. He's a 4 exposure staple. He gets mentioned weekly on that show.
I fucking love Cyclope. The Los Macizos are crazy.
Yeah, they made fun of me after the IWS GCW after party. I had a rum and coke, and it didn't help that they put in like a small glass, and they made fun of my drink.
Were they making fun of your Pequeño cocktail?
Yes, they were making fun of these small cocktails. Like, why aren't you having a beer?
Because this is rum, and I'm a man.
I don't.
No, I literally went the other direction. I'm like, I have stomach issues. Beer makes me bloat after a while. So I'm having this rum and coke. I'm over 30. I'm gonna be syncope.
So you handed them even more ammunition to throw back at you, is what you're saying.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Oh man.
But definitely, speaking of alcoholic beverages, Jay and Cody said they had some. I don't know how it played online, but Jay, the whole time, I felt like he was staring a hole like through me when he was talking to he was just like, yeet. Yeah, like he was done.
Yeah, everyone's like, Jay's drunk right now.
Jay is just, and again, like I said, they sat me in this just awkwardly, like I am a big dude, and my hoodie just says like it's got the show's logo on it. So Jay Uso is just staring a hole through me, probably trying to figure out what that meant. It's like, between two beers. What? Yeet.
Is that a sex thing? Do you have a sex thing on a shirt?
Right? Right?
Man, party.
I did have one lady walking through the crowd. She goes, "That's a great name on your she's like, "That's a great name on your shirt." And I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
thanks,
It's a great
yeah."
podcast. Watch
Yeah.
it every Thursday at 8 p.m. on Love Wrestling. You gotta learn how to plug in public, pluggo.
Yeah, I need to learn how to plug better.
Your name has the word plug in it. We got a
crasher.
Now you listen.
Are you still mad at me?
You shush. Grown-ups are talking. I thought we were friends.
We are.
I thought that I could count on you when I was in times of strife. I thought that you would be there for me when I needed you the most. And what did you do? Are we over 10 minutes into this stream?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What did you do? Marco fucking stunt. I believed you. I believed in you.
It was not my fault, Boris.
Oh, well, whose fault was it then?
The rules of Quizplex are clearly stated. If you super chat a response, we will read it on air, whether it's right or wrong. I did not super chat the phrase Marco Stunt. I just simply put it in the chat. Spencer took it upon himself to read it.
Okay, now let's shovel all that crap out of the way and talk about our personal relationship.
Yeah.
I would never have done that to you, man.
For those that don't know, Boris threatened to pretty much off me.
Yeah.
And they'll never find me.
But just on a quick side note, that whole thing was a lot of fun. Hope we get to do some more of those live.
Yes.
Hitman's Bar was amazing. I wish that you guys could all go and check it out. It's a wrestling bar, and there's not a lot of wrestling bars out in the world. That was super fun, but I just wanted to pop in and give you shit for steering me wrong. And I hope you had a great night last night at Fastlane, and I wanted to wish all you guys a happy Canadian Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You too, Boris. You too.
You too.
It is Canadian Thanksgiving. The lady is currently making turkey. It's going to be a great day, and I just wanted to say thank you, and that's for you, Pluggo.
Hey,
that's world famous star Pluggo.
That's true. All right, have a great show, guys. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, brother. Love you. I feel so left out because I'm not celebrating. Should I just start celebrating Canadian Thanksgiving as well as American Thanksgiving and just double up? I think I should.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much I'm an honorary Canadian at this point.
What's an extra turkey dinner? You know,
I'm with you. I'm with you. But yeah, I did not expect him to come on here and yell at me for that. If Boris knew if he knew me, if he got to know me, he knows I always answer Marco Stunt.
Yeah, you do. He finally went one Marco Stunt too far this time.
One time I went too far with it. I was hoping Marco Stunt showed up last night at Fastlane. Instead of Carlito, Marco Stunt joins the LWO. I would have lost it.
Marco Stunt.
I would have been like, get him at the press conference, please. I'll ask him all the questions.
Yeah.
No, I think it'd be 30 minutes of you crying in the presence of Marco Stunt.
30 minutes of me crying with one like, so how's it feel to finally be back?
Just like,
it's like
this is Pluggo just staring at like, I married that. I made this choice.
Yeah.
She claims, now I didn't see it because I was kind of like surveying everything, but like when she had her Nikki Bella shirt on, she said Cena kind of saw it and she like had like covered it up a little bit.
Yeah, I would have leaned in entirely into it and just stared down Cena the entire time.
Yeah, just
like, we know what you
point
did.
to the shirt, like, yeah.
Yeah, I bet you were like that.
She kept yelling during his match that Nikki Bella was fearless. Be fearless, John. And I was like, you're gonna get me beat up.
Oh my
But
god,
it was
Mrs. Pluggo sounds like the best person to go to a wrestling show.
Mrs. Pluggo, and that's
honest.
well, she always does the thing where she goes like, "You'd probably have more fun with one of your like wrestling buddies," and I'm like, "No, I would have more fun with you. You don't get any of this."
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
I am just dying laughing the whole time while she's going crazy and she's getting into it and she's getting mad and she's hitting me when people don't do what that she wants them to do. That was the only part I was like, come on now. But it was cool to see. Like McAfee went under the tunnel right where we were sitting because we were right on the tunnel. Bobby Lashley went under the tunnel. So she's like, "Oh my god, I got my phone ready." Like she was on it. Like all these pictures that I'll post at some point, she just sent them all to me. She was like, she was all over it. She's like a professional photographer. This one.
Did you happen to because Fastlane so like the Fastlane show started at 8, right?
Yep.
Did you happen to like watch the first hour of Collision or anything on your phone while you were sitting there in your seat?
I did not because I was because I got there early trying to survey the lay of the land, and then like I actually didn't think this through. I should have invested in like a charging bank because I started to run low on battery because like it's draining it with all everybody. So I actually was running tight on battery, so I had it in airplane mode for a while. But I saw that there's a new set of tag team champions, and I heard it was quite convincing. And I need to sit down again. I have like a whole day's planned of like wrestling I need to watch. Because everybody and their mother thought it was going to be Bucks versus FTR at Full Gear or at the Forum, and
guilty.
Yeah, so did I. I was like, why wouldn't you do that at the Forum? But
yeah,
what happened?
We're not. I could summarize the match for you very quickly. Cash Wheeler was promptly taken to the outside and chokeslammed through the announce table by Big Bill.
Okay,
and Dax Harwood got his ass whooped for about 3 minutes by Big Bill and Ricky Starks, and then pinned by Ricky Starks. Match. Bell to bell, 4.5 minutes. Cash Wheeler did absolutely nothing, and Dax was taking offense the entire time. I don't know if he got a single move in.
Is that because they trademarked CMFTR, or is it because Cash is in trouble and they just needed to maybe move off of it? Like that seems like a really interesting decision to make.
I have no idea. There's like the amount of plausible theories for why it could have happened. It's like there's too many. Like I don't know. It just seems like there's too much to speculate on because it could be. Yeah, it could be the trademark thing. It could be one of them's hurt, and Aussie Open actually was maybe supposed to go over on Sunday, but then they had to change that up with Mark Davis' wrist at the last minute or something. So I have no idea, but it would like FTR losing the tag titles in essentially a squash match was not on my 2023 calendar.
Yeah, and not to throw. Oh, it says the build for like an NWA holiday pay-per-view, Halloween pay-per-view is interesting. Well, I was gonna say, and not to mention, like, no disrespect to Big Bill or Ricky Starks. I mean, they're not like a seasoned tag team. They haven't had a ton of tag matches together, so that was kind of an interesting move. But what do you think, Lawrence? What's your theory?
Like, I'm happy for Ricky Starks. Like, he has a title, even though I feel like he should be in the main event picture. Like, it's constantly like starting to stop with him. Like he has a big match with like a big star, and then goes back to doing like they always just keep him away from the like heavyweight title. Like I feel by next year he should probably be like firmly in the heavyweight title picture. For that, like it was weird that they squashed FDR. Like you like easily you're like face of your tag division for like one of the like most world renowned best tag teams. And like you have a non-tag
decimated.
Team. Yeah, squash them.
Like decimated.
Like it does help build Big Bill a little more to the AEW fans. Like he can squash one of the best tag teams. But
but it's FTR.
It's FTR exactly.
But, so interesting to me too. my observation of, because like Pluggo, obviously you haven't seen the match, so I'm sorry for maybe if this is
go ahead.
Too specific, but like
go ahead. I don't mind wrestling spoilers because I still watch it to figure. I like to watch it. So
I find it really interesting that Cash Wheeler was chokeslammed through a table and essentially like was literally a non-factor from then on out through the entire match. And then Dax Harwood got chokeslammed 3 times by Big Bill and then held up by Big Bill for Ricky to hit like just an unmissable clean as day spear on him. So it's like the juxtaposition of they really did work on Dax to make sure that he was just an easy pin. But yeah. Cash was just disposed of with a choke slam through a table, which like I'm sorry, I watched all 3 of those FTR and Briscoes matches. Like you need to take Cash Wheeler's gun and shoot him with it to get him out of the match.
Right.
So like just a choke slam through the table, it's like that seems like I feel like that's something that normally Cash Wheeler would have got up and ran in the ring and broke up the count or something. You know, it's like it's very interesting to me that Dax was like they obliterated Dax to put him away, but like Cash was just tossed away like garbage in the match.
That's
so
crazy.
That part, like that's the part that's just been kind of ticking away at me the whole time thinking about it is like Dax came out of it looking pretty good still, just from the amount of finishers he took. But Cash was just like, "What you doing, bro? Go help your boy. Get up. I've seen you get up from way worse than this. Just laying there."
Yeah. Like, especially when you like watch other matches, especially that same night where like Shinsuke and thing get put through like 3 tables and they're like they like keep going back up. Yeah, it was definitely like I feel like Cash is definitely injured or something. Like it felt like a rush thing to get the titles off them.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. Very weird. Danielson and Kyle Fletcher, though. Woo-hoo-hoo. Watch that one. Oh,
I'm excited about that. Like, I want to watch through this whole show later, but yeah, like Danielson just like I feel like they also it's like given recent history need to start.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was a weird way to start Collision off, and then went from Collision. Yeah, I watched the first hour of Collision yesterday, then went over to watching the Art of War games, and then the Art of War games ended, and then I caught like the tail end of Fastlane, and I was in and out on the press conference while I was like playing Civ 6, and yeah. It was,
like I'm excited about all the wrestling I'm going to catch up to when I get home. Like I've got to watch that Art of War Games match.
Dude, there's right now JCW Pumpkin Spiced is on at 3:00. The
I'm gonna watch that Revival one when I
at 3:00. The Wrestling Revolver Women's Grand Prix is on. At 5:00, GCW Fight Club Night 2 is on, and then 8:00 Revolver Redemption is on.
All right, let's do some really bad YouTubing. Like I know you put it in the private. All right, so because I'm running the show because you're on location, you said there's a match in the Slack.
Yes.
So if I click on said match in Slack, do I just hit share screen or present?
Yes.
Yeah, like share screen, share tab.
Like present it and it'll okay.
Yeah.
All right. Like you guys chop it up. I'll find that. Because I like me some LPW matches. I want to try to do the brunch gimmick justice since I'm in this thing today. I want to do it the right way.
This is me chopping it up.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you didn't get a chance, Mike, check out Brian Keith and Santana from Warrior on Friday. That absolutely ruled.
Oh yeah, no, Warrior is.
By the way, I was in the house for that as well. Good time.
Oh, cool. So you would have you would have heard the work of our guest on Indeed this coming week then, because
Would have heard who was it?
our guest this week is Warrior Wrestling's ring announcer Alex Storm.
Oh, the guy that calls them out, calls out the come to the ring.
Yeah.
I heard him. I was gonna say I didn't hear any commentary. All right.
No. He's the ring. The ring announcer is the Alex Storm is he's gonna hang out with Reggie and I this week. We're gonna talk about Warrior anyway. So definitely definitely have that Warrior show on my replay list. I already watched a bit of it. It's on YouTube. So
I think I'm at. Oh my gosh, guys! I may not actually be that bad at this.
Hey, look at you go, Pluggo.
Yeah.
Did it work?
Did it ever? Just got to
Did it
full
not?
screen it.
Oh, how do you not do that?
Oh no, you full screen your YouTube,
Yeah.
like the video.
Oh, here, did you do it,
and then
Lawrence? Oh, there you go.
And you can hit dismiss on that YouTube TV thing.
All right. Bet we'll figure it out, guys. And then hit full screen.
Yep.
See that?
We go from
Is
one
that it?
member of 7
Look
to
at
another member of 7.
Ooh, that's loud.
Marz, the specialist, getting a shot
All right, hold on.
to bring some more gold into the fold. Up 7.
Where's the stuff? Where's the volume?
The YouTube volume thing is.
Got it.
YouTube volume.
Yeah.
I muted it. Oh, I got it. There we go.
Guys like Marz,
Hey, how's that?
a bad name.
We're
Better.
witnessing Pluggo learn how to use the internet in real time. It's amazing.
Yeah.
They don't let me push buttons, guys, on any other streams. All right, look at that. Now I know how to do that. Watch out between two beards.
Hey.
All right, so what we got? Marz the Specialist versus Son of Irish, correct?
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
is at the Sherwood Park hockey. They had like a hockey night at the Crusaders, right?
Yeah.
Hell
I think
yeah.
that's Siberia.
Is this Marz the Specialist or Reed Matthews? I cannot tell. Can we talk about how Son of Irish had like a hell of a challenge championship run?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. And that Travis Williams match just humped.
Mhm.
I think Son of Irish might be my favorite wrestler and love pro wrestling, Boris.
I mean, this could be also like one of the last times we see either Thaddeus Archer.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it did.
Ben Omen, Thaddeus Archer, loser leaves LPW.
Yeah.
That not only that does that mean that like Ben Omen, a manager, could be gone, but he's also the head of officiating. Does he lose that title too?
I think he's just manager, so I think he can go back to just being head of officiating.
So what you're saying is Thaddeus needs to get a second gig so he can at least stay.
Yeah, he needs
Yeah.
to like do the ring bell.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm not here to manage, but I'm the ring bell guy.
And just do like anytime like any other faction is in the ring, he just like rings the bell real condescending, like, oh, bing bing, big man winning the match.
Everybody, I'd just like to not look. It's non-wrestling related, but I would just like to inform you all that the Ravens are currently up 10-0 over the Steelers. Let's go, Ravens flock.
There you go. Quote the Raven, nevermore. Go Birds!
No birds.
Are they playing this week, Lawrence?
They are. They're playing at 4:30.
Okay.
Let's
LA.
let's all manifest a nice Ravens versus Eagles Super Bowl this year. The battle of the birds.
There you go. Birds aren't real, according to Eli Surge. Speaking of LPW.
Birds aren't real.
Yeah, that's what Eli Surge thinks.
Don't sugarcoat it, Marz. Tell him how you
I
really
wish
feel.
that was true, but I'm like, they definitely are because I have that phobia of them where I don't like birds.
Suck that close
It's because
line.
there's spy cameras, according to some people.
Yeah,
Okay.
Up and over.
I don't know. Do they have conspiracy theories in Canada? Mike?
He's
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
for the
of course.
I hear there's a
They
big
ex-
they
play
exist.
tonight. Everybody wants to get over
that
it.
the birds aren't real people are specifically making fun of like the right wing conspiracy theories
Landing on their apron,
shit
able to
that
hold on to that
people
top rope.
believe.
Kick on target.
And
Ah.
like legitimate like right wing news sources have had them on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just catch them like that. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Able to
Right?
back door, though. Hard forearm.
And that big bad Boris just sounded extra audible chocolatey, even though he yelled at me.
That's why he's sounding extra audible chocolatey, right? You're just kissing up to Boris now.
I legitimately like Boris. It's not my fault.
Textbook
I
specialist
maintain.
right there.
You need to stop saying Marco's done for everything.
Out at two, though.
Honey, what are we having for dinner? Marco's done? Is Marco's done coming for dinner?
But in my world, if you say Marco stunt for everything at least one time, I'm gonna be right.
Think that injured shoulder,
It-
Irish comes out.
Eventually.
Eventually, the Quizplex Quizmaster will
Any kind of apparatus
prepare a question that has Marco Stunt as an answer.
Oh, and if nobody gets it, be there like ready.
There
It's
you go.
Marco stunt.
Yeah.
Like a couple weeks back, a couple people started like when MJF did when they did the Devil in the Mask gimmick, and everybody's like, "That's not MJF. Clearly, he's too small." People started saying Marco stunt, and it was like my Canadian Thanksgiving.
Attitude change has been something.
I was so happy. I celebrated it all day.
Yeah.
Look at Thaddeus around, like all those kids and Thaddeus. That's such a funny vibe to me. If I was those kids, I'd be like, "What's with your suit, man?"
Grew up in the 80s, Boris. You think we'd ever see this many kids with mullets again?
I'm gonna find like the craziest Marco Stunt facts ever, just so I can
Try to get it on Quizplex.
try to get some Quizplex Marco Stunt questions in there.
Getting involved.
Yeah, those kids were not having Thaddeus's tactics, dude. Look at him. Get out of here. Look at that one right there. He's like, "Come here."
Ready to fight.
He's ready to scrap.
All roads lead to Speedball Strikes First, September 29th at the Rec Room. We are, I believe, close to being sold
Oh,
out.
man. No, Marz, the
If you do not have a
specialist.
ticket to be there, you can check out all the action live on twitch.tv.
Yeah, these kids are just not feeling Thad, man. They're just like, "Get out of the way, dude. I'm trying to watch a match."
I wouldn't miss it.
I'm looking through Marco Stunt's cage match right now, just trying to find like, does he have like a crazy win in AEW over anyone? No.
No, they never let it happen. He's got a bunch of crazy beatdowns in AEW.
Yeah.
Like that time Lance Archer threw him like into the crowd during COVID.
Yeah.
So it was like workers.
Powerhouse Hobbs beat him on Dark in like 50 seconds.
Yeah, my guy.
The only I'm like, where's all the ones that say Marco Stunt defeats? And the only one I could find was Marco Stunt defeats Michael Nakazawa.
Yep.
I was like, all right, yeah, that sounds about what I expected to see here.
Looking for the hat trick. Came down on
Listen,
the
I'm a fan of people that know their role, do it well. I didn't like how the Jurassic Express did Marco dirty, and Christian shows up and pretty much they're like, "We have no use for Marco anymore." Come on.
No, yeah, that bothered me. And then also again, like
keeping an eye on Thaddeus, but that
his-
distraction is all it takes.
you see the way he gets used in like, indie promotions, and it's like, yeah, like they do it right with him. You know, he gets tossed around, he gets yeeted, but he also gets to get his shit in too. Like all of his AEW matches were just him like taking and taking and taking and not him giving and giving and giving really, and like never taking for himself.
Yeah.
I'm close enough as it is.
No, that's poor Marco, never getting his just due. I tend to gravitate towards wrestlers that people just don't like. Like everyone's like, "Look how small and tiny he is." Ugh. I'm like, he's awesome. He's great.
Well, Marco Stunt has a win over MJF in 2019. So
Yeah, how many people can say that? Not very many.
exactly.
Who's
Yeah.
97? Who's 97 in hockey? Who's that? Is that McDavid?
Yeah, it's probably Connor McDavid.
Connor McDavid, because they're in Edmonton.
Yeah.
Hockey season starts in like a couple days.
Yeah.
Wednesday?
I think so. Tuesday or Wednesday.
I think that's part of the reason Dynamite's on Tuesday this week is because like
No,
NHL's
baseball.
on TNT. Right? Oh,
Oh
baseball?
my god!
Oh,
Oh my god! We didn't even talk about WrestleMania Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
So I was at the show, and I know that they had rumored that Taker was going to be there, but they played that NXT promo package, and they did the Taker dong at the end, like the gong.
Yeah.
It goes dong, and I'm like, oh
Yeah.
shit! So he's showing up. But AEW is not competition. But we're gonna bring Cody Rhodes, Asuka, Paul Heyman. Who I miss? Huh? Undertaker, John Cena. We're all hanging out on Tuesday night, opposing this show that we don't care about.
Weirdly, no NXT talent.
Yeah, we don't need them. Yeah, Cody's doing a special announcement. Cena's going to be in Carmelo's corner. Heyman's going to be in Braun's corner. I don't know what they have planned for Taker. Asuka's fighting not Cora Jade. I'm sorry, Roxanne Perez. I mean, that's going to be cool. Don't get me wrong.
best Sunday ever, guys.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's a quesadilla.
Oh, snap.
Is it a turkey quesadilla?
No, it's chicken. The turkey's in the oven still.
Oh, right on. So when you guys celebrate your Thanksgiving, do you go like early? Do you start early morning, or do you do like just dinner? Because we go like afternoon in my family.
It depends on the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like my one side of the family, they're more like evening eaters. Like, they'll do the dinner around like standard dinner time. But then my mom's side of the family would be like, we'd be eating dinner like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'd be sleeping by 6.
Yeah, like my brother's sick this year, so like my mom didn't do a full turkey. She just made like a pork dish, potatoes, vegetables, really good, and like I said earlier, an apple cake, her homemade caramel sauce.
What did you bring to Mama Cartier's? Lawrence, what was your job?
I brought nothing. I brought myself.
There you go.
The philosopher once said.
Your family doesn't give you a job?
Oh, no,
What about
no.
you, Mike? You have a job? Are you in charge of something?
Yeah, they do it at our house.
Oh, so you're hosting, you're in charge of the shit. No, in my family, it's always like, all right, I'm bringing this, you're in charge of this, you got to bring that, and then if you're the one hosting on top of all of that, but
Yeah,
I usually get in charge of the wine, and for some reason, my mom always puts me in charge of wine and rolls. Like, bring the rolls, bring the drinks. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like, in our family, like Christmas dinner is a lot bigger. Like that's our whole family showing up. That's like a full like afternoon, evening.
This quesadilla is kind of messing with my plans for the day, though, because I was gonna go work out after we did this podcast, and I do fasted workouts.
Yeah, so don't. Oh, so you're gonna have to work extra hard.
So now instead, I'm gonna have to eat a quesadilla, let it sit for a good hour before I go do anything, because I don't want to get a cramp or throw up a quesadilla.
Ooh, super kick. Did you hear him say the Eli Surging's birds aren't real? He mentioned it in this match.
Great minds think alike, or fools seldom differ. Which was it? They're both
Dude,
flat on
this is such a cool little event. All those kids are having the time of their lives, man. I showed Owen some of the pictures. He's a little too young to like sit still for a pay-per-view, but I was like, this is how close I was to Bobby Lashley and Rey Mysterio, and he's like, oh my gosh, you didn't take me. Like, he was getting mad. I was like, next time, buddy, I'll take you. But he was like, because his favorite wrestlers are Rey Mysterio and Bobby Lashley. Those are his guys. And I was like, Bobby Lashley was like 5 feet from us, dude. Sucker. How about that? That's what you get for keeping me up, bro.
Series of strikes with the feet and
I met your hero.
And that's how your son gets emancipated.
Right. At the right,
I'm fighting for emancipation.
at the ripe age of 5, he shows up at the emancipation office like, listen.
Yeah. This is my dad. This is how close with the Bobby Lashley. Do you see me anywhere near this? No. Get me out of the house.
This is an unfit home.
Yeah.
In the body.
Oh my gosh, dude, it's wild. Cause like he gets into it. My youngest gets into it. I had to learn pretty early to like be careful what I watch around him because he'll start to mimic some of the stuff. But like he gets pumped about it, man. So like, yeah, I wanted to one that would be have him come on a podcast after his first event.
Someone needs to check on JPJ.
Oh, is the Patriots getting smoked?
Patriots are getting blasted
Again. They got blasted last week.
Yeah, they're down 21-0 right now in the second quarter.
And he's losing to me in fantasy because I had DJ Moore.
Oh, you!
And I forgot all about it. And I had DJ Moore. He got 50 points on Thursday.
I've got him in one of my leagues, and oh man, that was someone was just like, whoever has DJ Moore, I hate you.
Yeah. As long as you're not playing me, I don't care. All right, that was Son of Irish. That was Marz the Specialist. I think you hit that button there, and then look at me. Look at me, guys. I figured out how to screen share today. I'm having quite a day.
You're killing it, Pluggo. Honestly, you're on.
Like I'm on a. This is a ride.
Ah, damn it! I'm losing to Puff in fantasy football right now.
When you're, dude, I heard Puff is the man. I think Lawrence, you told me that. I would love to have Puff come on Between Two Beards.
10 out of 10 human being. He's wrestling in Hamilton this weekend. Gonna take him out for some birthday shawarma.
Nice. Yeah.
Like I told Pluggo when we were at C4, he literally brought up Between Two Beards. And he like legitimately asked me, he's like, "Are you one of the beards?" I'm like, no, that's JPJ and Pluggo.
Yeah.
That's crazy because we've never talked to him, but I mean, we obviously tweeted out all the stuff for the Quizplex. But he's Puff. If you're watching, you're more than welcome to join us anytime you want.
Do a Puff.
Yeah, I think I got a couple guys that have an in here that could help me make that a hap, as the kids say.
For sure.
I'm a respected member of the media now.
Yes, exactly. You're John with Love Wrestling.
No, you
went Pluggo on the thing.
I went Pluggo on the thing because I thought that I was like, I told her because the email, when I sent the email stuff, it has like my shoot name and stuff in it because obviously for purposes. So if I'd have been like, I'm Pluggo with Love Wrestling, she would have been like, who? Because it's not in the stuff. But when you get on the screen, I'm Pluggo. Everybody else had real names. I was the only one that's like, I'm Pluggo. Everyone's like, I'm Jim. I'm Steve. I'm Tyrese Halliburton.
Bro, I wish I had not used my real, like, I have like my shoot last name attached to so much shit that I'm like, probably should have given myself like a fake last name for this stuff because wrestling fans are weird.
Yeah,
but it is what it is. It was a good time. We're at the hour mark. It's Canadian Thanksgiving, so I want to get these studs out of here so they can enjoy time with their families. I got to go whoop on my kids, not in a bad way. They're all hamped up on sugar. We're talking wrestling. They were excited about wrestling, so we're probably going to wrestle and watch some wrestling today. So I'm going to do that with them. So, boys, who wants to start? Mike Seaton, KC. So, Lawrence, why don't you tell the people where they can find you, and we'll get out of here.
You can find me pretty much everywhere at CartsyNDG, and you can see me back here every Sunday right here on the Brunch Gimmick.
Yes.
God, my sister-in-law is such a good cook.
I thought you were going to say something else because nobody usually follows up the in-law comment with something nice.
No, my in-laws roll. My sister-in-law is
sick. Hell yeah.
My sister-in-law is a wicked chef. My brother-in-law, top-tier dude. My mother-in-law is like the sweetest lady.
Yeah, I got good in-laws too.
Yeah. I really like. I hit a home run, like grand slam. Really, like can't ask for much more.
Hells yeah.
Oh yeah, I gotta plug stuff, right? Watch Indeed Wednesdays at 6 p.m. on Fightful Overbooked. Me and Righteous Reg talk some indie wrestling, people from all around the independent wrestling world. The next 3 weeks are Alex Storm, the ring announcer for Warrior Wrestling. The week after that is Dark Chic.
Yes.
And then the week after that, just got it figured out a couple days ago, but Jay Rose from Naptown All Pro Wrestling. Yeah, we're gonna have Jay Rose on to talk about nap dreams and nightmares, and then watch Brunch every Sunday because we're fun.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, that's good. I don't even have to do it. You already plugged it, but you should watch Brunch Gimmick every Sunday. But I am Pluggo. You can find me on Between Two Beers every Thursday night with the wonderful JPJ right here on this very channel. You can find me Saturday mornings with Blair from the Grainmaker Pod, talking independent wrestling here on Love Wrestling for exposure. And then you never know where else I'm going to pop up. Who knows? I might just start popping up all over the place now. I don't know. I really don't know. That's all I got. And that's all we got. So until next time, guys, we are out. See you.